Hello, Eurovision fans. Thank you for coming to my channel, which is growing at the moment, and I'm really happy about that. So thank you for subscribing. Today, I will be rating the Ukrainian entry for Eurovision 2023, which is Tvorchi with Heart of Steel. I'm going to be looking at different aspects of the song and performance, and then we'll have an overall rating and a prediction on how the song will do in Eurovision 2023. The first aspect I want to talk about is the lyrics. Now, the two artists have said that the title Heart of Steel refers to the fighters in the Azovstal steelworks who were fighting against Russia for a very long time, and that the song is dedicated to them because they have a heart of steel, and all Ukrainians have a heart of steel at this very difficult time in their country's history. And I really like that. They also said that it's a song about dealing with nuclear threats. And they sing, sometimes you just gotta let it go. And you gotta know when to stick your middle finger in the air. So obviously, how do you react to someone like Putin threatening you with nuclear war? And they also sing, which I find almost the best line in the song, you're trying to get a reaction, I just hit the action move. Really cool because, of course, haters on the internet, propagandists on Russian TV, but also Putin himself are trying to get a reaction from the West, which is fear, and from the West and Ukraine, which is fear because of the nuclear threats. And they're basically saying, don't be scared, just go on living your life and put your middle finger in the air. And you're not going to get a reaction from us. So I really like that. Other parts of the song, I can't quite make the connection with what they say the message of the song is, but overall, I really like the message and the lyrics of the song. So I'm giving it 4 out of 5 points. Now, the voice. I am evaluating the national final performance, and I have to say, I think he has a very good voice. It's quite soulful. It really fits this kind of song, and it's also an interesting voice. It's not a normal voice, and I really like his tone as well. However, during the performance, there are quite a lot of, and I think too many points where he's not quite on key, where it sounds quite flat, to be honest, and he can really work on that because I do like the voice, but the vocal performance in the national final was just not enough to impress at Eurovision, I think. So I'm only giving 2 out of 5 points, and the 2 points are mostly for the soulful and interesting voice, not so much for the vocal performance. Now, for personality, I think they're really cool dudes. They really look cool, and it really comes across as though they have a lot of swag. And I really like that Ukraine is sending a song like that and singers and artists like that. And I also love that Ukraine sends someone who doesn't necessarily look how people think a Ukrainian looks like, showing that they want to belong to the West. They show that they're modern and lively, and also the song shows that they're modern and belonging to the West, because people were criticizing them for not sending something more Ukrainian, which is strange because this is music by 2 Ukrainian musicians, so it is Ukrainian music. And I really like that they chose this song and representing them in such a modern light. I am giving 3 out of 5 points for personality. Now, for the performance, this I think is the best part of the whole song. It's really, really effective, I think. And especially for the circumstances. I mean, they shot the national final in a metro station because of the war during a blackout, and it has had a better production than any German national final I can remember. So kudos for that. And the staging of the song is just so effective with the different sentences coming out and covering him. It just elevates the message of the song. You see the atomic signs and the nuclear signs, and it's just effective. It brings across the message, and it is also very full of swag. It's just very cool and very current, and it seems American and really good. I just really, really like it. So I'm giving 5 out of 5 points for the performance, and I think at Eurovision they're going to do something even more impressive. Now for the song, I think it's a good pop song. I liked it a lot more than a lot of people did when it was first revealed. I think it's quite catchy also. And I can listen to it and I feel that it's cool and it has swag. However, I also think it's nothing that special. I think it doesn't really have a structure. It doesn't have a real climax. It's quite monotonous, which probably adds to the coolness. But for me, I like songs that have a bit more happening. So I'm giving 3 out of 5 stars for the song. For the overall rating, I rate the song and the performance higher than I do the other parts. So we are getting an overall rating of 3.5 stars for Ukraine, which is really good. Now I want to talk about whether it will qualify usually, but we don't have to talk about that because Ukraine is last year's winner and set for the final already. But also about my prediction. Now, I thought about this quite a lot, and I think people are thinking about it quite a lot. Ukraine is still number 1 in the betting odds because people think that the sympathy feeling that probably was there last year, and that's why Kalush Orchestra won with such a high number of televotes, might still be there, and they might win it again because of sympathy. Now, in the Junior Eurovision, Ukraine didn't do so well, so I'm not sure whether the sympathy vote will still be there because the war has been going on. Unfortunately, people are getting used to it, I guess. And maybe they also think we already sent a message of support last time. Now we're going to vote for something else. But I think it's a good song. I think on its own right, it would be a top 10 prediction from me. So I am predicting, you will say this is not a real prediction, you're not predicting anything, 1 to 15. Anything between first and 15th place I think is possible, because if the voice is like it is in the national final and the sympathy vote is not there, then it could go 14, 13 something. But if the voice is there, the staging is effective, and the sympathy vote, it could even win, I think. So what do you think about the song and also about my prediction? Let me know in the comments. I'm really interested. And thank you so much for watching. If you want more reviews, predictions, also lyric interpretations, please subscribe and come back. And I will see you then. Bye-bye.